Hello students, continuity part 1. So this is presented by S. Murugayan. Continuity of a function is continue of a limit of the function. Okay, so we should have learned already from 11th standard under the topic limit. So left limit, right limit exist, then the limit of the function, the limit of the real function exists. Left limit exists, right limit also exists, but both are different. In case of different left limit and right limit, limit does not exist. So in case of any real function with the existence of limit, and we can discuss the continuity of the function. Okay, every function having limit at a point x equal to a will coincide with f of a. So if the limit of the function is f of a, then the function is said to be continuous at x equal to a. For example, if you take a real function is horizontally x-axis and vertically y-axis. Let us take one particular point. Just give one vertical line, dotted line, then x equal to a. On the left side of a sufficiently close to a, that is x approaches a from left side and x approaches a from right side. So the left limit, left side steady value, what is L1, left limit, L1 equal to limit x approaches a from left side f of x, and whenever x approaches a from right side of x equal to a, let it be right side limit L2 limit x approaches a from right side f of x. So these two are equal mean limit x approaches a f of x exists. If the limit, what is when x equal to a, what is this point? X equal to a, abscissa a mean the corresponding ordinate f of a. Remember, f of a need not be limit of the function. In case if the f of a when x equal to a, the ordinate of the function when x equal to a is limit of the function, limit x approaches a f of x. So this is true, then there is continuity at a point x equal to a. So the same way we can discuss continuity of a real function at each and every point. That means without break we can draw the graph of the real function y equal to f of x. And for any continuous function at every point of the continuous function without any trouble we can draw tangent. So the construction of tangent is possible at a point, then the function is said to be at the particular point. So remember, if you draw tangent to any real function at the point of contact, the ordinate of the point of contact is limit of the function when x equal to a. F of a is the limit of the function when x equal to a if a comma f of a is the point of contact of tangent to the real function y equal to f of x. Okay, so this is left limit at x equal to a, x approaches a from left side, so x approaches a, this is right side, this is left limit. So here what should come? X approaches a plus f of x mean h approaches a plus h, here x approaches a minus, left limit means h approaches 0, f of a minus. So this is left limit. So this is left limit. This is limiting value. Okay. So here left limit, this is right limit. Left limit, right limit, both are equal and equal to f of a mean, then this is condition of continuous function. What is this? Condition of continuity. Once again, what is condition of continuity? Left limit is equal to right limit is equal to ordinate of the function at x equal to 0, x equal to a. This is abscissa. So this is left limit, this is right limit. Left limit equal to right limit equal to f of a. Then the y equal to f of x, the real function, is said to be continuous at x equal to a. And the limit of the function will be equal to f of a. So this is the continuity of the function. Once the continuity is there, then we can go to next level, differentiability. This is one by one. First it should be a real function. Next it should have limit. So the limit equal to f of a mean continuous. The continuous function is differentiable, and then we can go to next level. Okay. Yes. And related to standard result of limit. Standard result of limit, you should have learned already from 11th standard. This is part of 11th standard. Just remember all the formula. Limit x approaches a, x power n minus a power n by x minus a equal to n into a power n minus 1. So limit x approaches 0, a power x minus 1 by x equal to and natural log ln, natural log a. Limit x approaches 0 or theta approaches 0, sin x by x or sin theta by theta equal to 1. This is according to sandwich theorem. This application of sandwich theorem. Limit x approaches 0, tan x by x also 1. And limit x approaches 0, e power x minus 1 by x equal to 1. This is standard result, and we can replace e power x the corresponding value, that is 1 minus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial and minus x cube by 3 factorial. Keep going on. This is e power x. From e power x, if we subtract 1, the remaining term will come. So all terms are plus. E power x, the denominator x cancels, so answer no 1. Then a power x minus 1 by x, the same way we can have an infinite series form of a power x. After simplification we can get ln a, and log of 1 plus x divided by x. Whenever x approaches 0, the simplified value equal to 1. There we can use the infinite series form of log of 1 plus x. What is log of 1 plus x? Log of 1 plus x and x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 minus x power 4 by 4. Keep going. This is log of 1 plus x. Log of 1 minus x, all the terms are negative. Okay. The whole thing is divided by x, mean the first term will be 1. So this is the answer. The rest of the term will be 0. The same way, log of 1 minus x by x is minus 1 whenever x approaches 0, and limit of 1 plus x whole power 1 by x whenever x approaches 0 is e, or 1 plus 1 by x whole power x, x approaches infinity, so this also e. All standard result related to limit. Now show that f of x is continuous, and to show the continuous, and we can take any arbitrary value x equal to a less than 0, case 1. Okay, less than 0, negative. Then left limit, limit x approaches a minus x approaches a minus or straight away everywhere positive only. So x approaches a minus f of x is equal to limit h approaches, and what about x value? A minus h. Okay, this is limit h approaches, and f is nothing but absolute value function mod of x equal to a minus h. So whenever h approaches 0, actually a already negative. From negative we subtract very small negative value, this is also negative. So actually limit h approaches 0, this value minus of a plus h. Whole thing negative, so a minus. So minus a plus h, and what is the limit? H approaches 0 mean minus a. Why? A is negative, but mod of x value should be positive. So this is greater than 0. This is left limit. For the same case x negative, we can try to get a right hand limit. Limit x approaches a plus, but right side of a, what about a? A is negative, and f of x is equal to limit h approaches 0 mod of, what is x value? A plus this small positive number. Okay, then a already negative, h very small value, so whole thing, then a plus h is a negative quantity because a already negative. So minus of a plus h will come. Then taking h value 0, minus a. Okay, so left limit equal to minus a, right limit equal to minus a. And what about f of a? Remember, a is negative, mod of a, here a is negative, but the output should be positive, so minus a. Left limit equal to minus a, right limit equal to minus a, and ordinate also minus a. All the three equal, so we can conclude f is continuous for all a is less than 0. This is case 1. The case 2 we have discussed for positive value, and let x equal to a and greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now left limit. Limit x approaches a minus f of x then limit, now introduce small positive number, h approaches 0, then mod of, what about x value? A minus h. A very small positive number, and comparing h very little large positive number, so totally a minus h is a positive value. Then what is absolute value of the positive value a minus h? A minus h alone. So with the limit factor h approaches 0, if we apply the limit h approaches 0, the h term alone becomes 0, so left limit a. Now right limit, limit x approaches a plus f of x. Now after introducing a small positive number h approaches a, this is mod of a plus h. Here both a and h both are positive, but here a and h both are positive, but the difference also positive. That is very important. A difference positive, so we have taken mod of a minus h, a minus h. Why? Because a minus h is positive. Here a plus h also positive. The limit h approaches 0, a plus h. Then taking limit a. And what is f of a? Mod of a. Remember, a is positive. Because of positive value a, all the three value equal. So now we can conclude f is continuous. For all a is greater than or equal to 0. First case, for all a is less than 0. Therefore, f is continuous for all a belongs to R, real number. Hence the proof. So we have proved now the modulus function is continuous everywhere. Okay. Then what is the next question? Show that f of x equal to mod of x. This is not mod x, square bracket of x is not continuous at any integer where the square bracket is the greatest integer function. Actually, the square bracket of x a greatest integer function. For example, the integer value of 3 by 2 is 1 and the integer value of minus 3 by 2 greatest integer is minus 2. So when we express 3 by 2 or minus 3 by 2, the decimal should be taken always positive, because minus 3 by 2 equal to minus 2 integral part and decimal part 0.5. In plus 3 by 2, 3 by 2, integer part 1, decimal part 0.5. So this is greatest integer value, minus 2 is the greatest integer value. Okay, what is the question? And we have to show that this particular function, the greatest integer function, is not at all continuous at any integer value. So let us take x equal to a belongs to I plus positive integer. We can take any integer. First, left limit. Limit x approaches a, left limit from left side, f of x is equal to limit x approaches a minus, what is f of x? Square bracket of x. Now let us introduce a smallest positive number, h approaches 0, then x is replaced by a minus h. So remember, now previously a was integer, now a minus h. From a small quantity is subtracted, mean what is integral portion of a minus h? A minus 1. So this value a minus 1. This is very important. This is left hand limit. Now right hand limit. Limit x approaches a from right side, f of x is limit h approaches 0, square bracket of a plus h. Remember, already a integer, h very small decimal. So one integer and positive decimal mean what is integral value? Greatest integral portion of a plus h is nothing but a. A is an integer, so a. Okay. So what is left limit? A minus 1, right limit a. So left limit is not equal to right limit. At x equal to a, an integer. So this shows that the function greatest integer function, square bracket x, is not continuous. At x equal to any integer. Okay. Alright. Now we will move to next question. Similar question. Show that f of x equal to 1 upon x minus a is not continuous at x equal to a. Let us start with the left hand limit. Limit x approaches a from left side f of x is equal to limit h approaches 0 1 by what is x value? A minus h and minus a. Then limit h approaches 0, a and a cancel, minus 1 by h. So this is minus infinity, not defined. So either left limit does not exist or right limit does not exist. We can conclude straight away. So the function is not continuous. So f is not continuous. At x equal to a. Okay. So here we need not discuss right hand limit, not necessary. If you have the left hand limit any integer, then go to right hand limit to confirm the result. Otherwise we can reject straight away. Okay. So alright, we will move to next question now and show that the function f of x equal to sin x is continuous for all real numbers. Here also for all real numbers mean we can take negative real numbers and non-negative real numbers. Case 1, let x equal to a belongs to minus infinity to 0. That means less than 0, and left limit x approaches a minus f of x equal to limit h approaches 0 sin what is x value? A minus h. Now we can expand sin of a minus b, sin a, and cos h minus cos a sin h. Taking limit cos 0 equal to 1, sin 0 0, so sin a alone. The second term 0. This is left hand limit. Right hand limit x approaches a plus, this is negative value, very important. The sin a is negative value, sin of a is negative quantity, and f of x is equal to limit h approaches 0 sin of a plus h. On expansion, limit h approaches 0 sin a and cos h plus cos a sin h. Then again sin h, sin 0 0, cos 0 1, what is the value? Sin a. And what is f of a? Straight away substitute for x equal to a. So left limit sin a, right limit sin a, and f of a equal to 0. Therefore f is, that is sin x, is continuous for all x less than 0. Okay, this is first case. So we have proved the continuity of the real function f of x equal to sin x for all negative values. Now we have to discuss the same question for positive value. So let x is greater than or equal to 0. So usual left limit x equal to greater than or equal to 0 means x equal to a is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, x approaches a, f of x is equal to limit a minus h approaches 0 sin of a minus h. So the whole thing is negative quantity. This is positive, this is very small negative. On expansion, similar result will come. H approaches 0 sin a and cos h minus cos a and sin h what is the limit? Sin A. Here A is positive. And limit x approaches A plus f of x is equal to limit h approaches 0 sin of A plus h, both are positive. So limit h approaches 0 on expansion sin A and cos h plus cos A sin h. Okay, then final value sin A and f of A equal to sin A, and here also left limit, right limit and f of A, all the three equal, and therefore f is continuous for all x greater than or equal to 0. So, and therefore conclusion, and y equal to sin x or f of x equal to sin x is a continuous function. For all real numbers. Okay, yes. The next one, discuss the continuity of the function f given by f of x equal to with the two branch and positive value of x, non-negative value of x identity function and negative value of x quadratic function. Actually, what is the nature of the graph? Y-axis, x-axis, and x start from 0. This is right side, y equal to x. What about left side? One parabola should be drawn. Okay, this is y equal to x square, and we are supposed to check the continuity at 0 enough. Okay, at 0 we are going to test. So continuity at x equal to 0. First left limit, limit x approaches 0 minus f of x. 0 minus mean x value less than 0. So limit h approaches 0 and f of x equal to x square 0 minus h the whole square is equal to limit h approaches 0 h square. What is the limit? 0. Left limit 0. A right hand limit, limit x approaches 0 plus f of x is equal to limit h approaches 0, right side y equal to x, so 0 plus h. Now taking h equal to 0, 0, and what is the ordinate corresponding to the abscissa? 0. F of 0, listen, 0 is included identity function, so straight away put x equal to 0 equal to 0. So left limit, right limit and ordinate, all the three equal. So this proves that the function f of x is continuous. At x equal to 0. Okay. So next question, examine the continuity of the function f of x equal to mod of x minus a by x minus a at x equal to 0. So first we have to start left hand limit. Left hand limit at x equal to a. Okay, limit x approaches a from left side and f of x is equal to limit x approaches a minus mod of x minus a by x minus a. Okay, now take x equal to a minus h, then what is the new limit? The small positive number h approaches 0 and mod of a minus h minus a minus h minus a. On simplification, limit h approaches 0, mod of minus h, here minus h. After simplification, minus 1. Okay, this is left hand limit. So we have to apply limit only on lowest term after perfect simplification. There should not be any common factor. Otherwise, don't say 0 by 0 indeterminate form. This is not indeterminate form. Okay, we are supposed to simplify first and then apply the limit. Now we'll try for right hand limit. Limit x approaches a plus f of x is equal to limit x approaches a plus x approaches a from right side of a. This is the actual interpretation. After introducing a small positive number, not integer, number can be decimal, h approaches 0, mod of a plus h for x minus a plus h minus a. So this and this cancel. The limit h approaches 0, h by h. What is the lowest term? 1. And what is f of a? F of a 0 by 0 is not defined. According to the question, if it is signum function, we define this not signum function, and x equal to a mean not defined, and the left limit, right limit, left limit minus 1, right limit plus 1. So there itself we need not discuss f of a, because limit does not exist. Mean what is the conclusion? F is not continuous. So we have examined that the function is not continuous at x equal to a. And what is the next question? And find the relationship between a and b so that the function f defined by f of x equal to ax plus 1 linear function if x is less than or equal to 3, another linear function bx plus 3 if x is greater than or equal to 3, already given it is continuous. So it is continuous mean accept the continuity definition, continuity condition. Okay, then how to accept the continuity function mean continuity condition? Left limit what is the point given? 3. X approaches 3 from left side must be equal to limit x approaches 3 from right side must be equal to f of 3. So we can get a 3 equation. From these 3 equation we can solve. So we can take one by one. Case 1, limit x approaches 3 minus f of x equal to f of 3. 3 is included in the first branch, and x equal to 3 means 3a plus 1. 3a plus 1. Okay, this is straight away left limit. Or if we take ax plus 1, the 3a plus 1 taking from the same branch mean this is 3a plus 1. Okay. Then right hand limit x, or do one thing, leave this part, first find the left hand limit, and limit h approaches 0 every x equal to 3 minus h, a into 3 minus h plus 1, taking h equal to 0, what is the value? And 3a plus 1. Okay, the same thing you can get it. This is left hand limit, and right hand limit, limit x approaches 3 plus f of x equal to limit h approaches 0, instead of this x 3 plus h will come, b into and 3 plus h plus 3, taking limit 3b plus 3, and what is f of 3? The same, 3a plus 1 only. Then from the condition of continuity, the left hand limit and right hand limit will be equal to 3a plus 1. So 3a plus 1 equal to 3b plus 3, taking all the terms same side, 3a minus 3b equal to 3 minus 1, 2. So I think this is the relation we have got in terms of a and b. This is the required result. Find the relationship between a and b. This is the relation we have got from the concept continuity of the function. Okay, we'll continue. Show that the function defined by f of x equal to x minus mod of x is discontinuous at all integral points. So we have to show that the function is not continuous at any integer. So let us take x equal to a positive integer. Okay, assumption. Now what is the left hand limit? Limit x approaches a from left side, f of x, limit x approaches a from left side, x minus square bracket of x. Okay, this is greatest integer function. So limit h approaches 0 mean, what about x a minus h minus of a minus h. So the limit of the first term a minus of, and limit of this term a minus 1. A minus a cancel, minus of minus 1 plus 1. So what is left hand limit? Plus 1. Now right hand limit, limit x approaches a plus f of x is equal to limit x approaches a plus x minus square bracket of x. Now let us introduce a smallest positive number, h approaches 0, then x will be a plus h minus square bracket a plus h. Okay, then what is the limit of the first term? A minus, what is the limit of the second term? And a plus h mean a. What is overall limit? The right hand limit 0. So left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Plus 1 is not equal to 0. Immediately we can conclude the given function f of x is equal to x minus square bracket of x is not continuous at all integer. And we have taken positive integer. This is applicable for any kind of integers. Okay, we'll move to next question now and find all the points of discontinuity of the function f of x equal to sin x by x if x is less than 0, and x plus 1 if x is greater than or equal to 0. So let us check first the point 0, left limit, limit x approaches 0 minus f of x limit x approaches 0 minus 0 minus means x is less than 0. What is the corresponding function? Sin x by x should be taken. Sin x by x should be taken. And x approaches 0 minus mean limit h approaches 0 and sin of minus h by minus h. By using property sin of negative angle minus sin theta, minus minus cancel, then limit h approaches 0 minus sin h by, so this and this cancel, by sandwich theorem this value is 1. So left hand limit is 1. Now right hand limit, limit x approaches 0 plus f of x. 0 plus means the non-negative value x plus 1 should be taken. Limit x approaches 0 plus function x plus 1. Now introduce the h approaches 0. What is x? H. 0 plus h plus 1. H will be 0, 1. Okay, so and one more thing, we have to check f of 0. The 0 is included in the second part and 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So left limit right hand limit and f of 0, all the three equal mean, so the function it is continuous for all x belongs to R. But what is the question? Find all points are discontinuity mean. How to write our answer? There is no point of discontinuity. Okay, yes. Next question, determine if the function f denoted by f of x equal to with the two branches x square into sin of 1 by x whenever x is other than 0. So here left side right side same function mean we can take straight away, no need left limit right limit, very important. And otherwise x equal to 0 means 0. So we are going to estimate straight away limit x approaches 0, conventionally right hand limit x square sin 1 by x. Okay, then limit x approaches 0 by limit theorem, limit of x square into limit x approaches 0 sin of 1 by x. Sin of 1 by x. So look at here, what is the first term? 0, but the second it can be any real number. When x approaches 0 means sin infinity is not equal to infinity. So any real number, because what is actually sine is a wave function, is repeat between plus 1 minus 1 for any real number. So the value can be within, and because of x approaches 0 from minus 1 to plus 1. So but unknown real numbers, but real number. But anyhow, what about first factor 0? So overall 0. So limit equal to 0 and f of 0 also 0. Both are equal mean what is the conclusion? The function is continuous. At x equal to 0. At x equal to 0. Okay. Examine the continuity of the function f it is defined as f of x equal to sin x minus cos x, and x is not equal to pi by 2, and if x is greater than 0, x is less than pi by 2 and x is more than pi by 2. So what is happening? Okay, listen. First, the sin x minus cos x limit x approaches pi by 2. First let us take left limit f of x. So limit x approaches pi by 2 from left side, sin x minus cos x. Then limit h approaches 0 is sin of pi by 2 minus h minus cos of pi by 2 minus h. The limit h approaches 0, sin of 90 minus theta cos theta, this is cos h, cos of 90 minus theta sin theta minus sin h. Then h approaches 0, cos 0 1 minus 0. So what is left hand limit? 1. And right hand limit x approaches pi by 2 plus f of x. I will write straight away h approaches 0, sin of pi by 2 plus h minus cos of pi by 2 plus h. Then limit h approaches 0, sin of 90 plus theta cos h, cos of 90 plus theta minus sin theta minus or minus plus sin h. Okay, then if we apply the limit, second term becomes 0, first term 1. So left limit equal to 1, right limit equal to 1, but f of 0 equal to, actually this is not 0, it should be pi by 2. So f of pi by 2 is equal to minus 1. The minus 1 is other than limit. Limit exists, but the limit does not coincide with ordinate. So what is the conclusion? Examine the continuity mean, and f is not continuous. Not continuous at x equal to pi by 2. Okay. So what is the next question? Find the values of k so that the function f is continuous at the indicated point. What is the indicated point? Pi by 2. I think here also x not equal to pi by 2 mean there should be pi by 2. Okay. Yes. Now we can find a limit straight away, because x not equal to pi by 2 mean left side right side same function we are going to take. In the previous case also one straight away we should have done. So for more clarity I did two cases, left limit right limit. So here limit x approaches pi by 2 k cos x by pi minus 2x is equal to limit x approaches pi by 2, or we can do one thing. Now we can introduce straight away h value. We can introduce h value. H approaches 0 and take k separately, and cos of, what about x value? Pi by 2 minus h. Then the denominator pi minus 2 into, what about x value? Pi by 2 minus h. Take k outside. Limit h approaches 0, cos of 90 minus h sin h Here pi 2 and 2 cancel, pi and pi cancel, and plus 2h will come. If we take k by 2 separately, sin h by h approaches 0 according to sandwich theorem. So the overall value k by 2. So this is limit, and it is continuous given at x equal to pi by 2. Therefore the limit value should be equal to f of pi by 2. What is the limit value? K by 2 equal to 3. Yes, f of pi by 2 equal to, this is 3 value given, then this implies k equal to 6. Okay, this is the value, k equal to 6. Next question, find the values of k so that the function f is continuous at the indicated point. At the indicated point, and here also, and pi should come. Okay. Less than or equal to pi, and less than or equal to pi mean here not equal to pi, x not equal to pi, and the second case x equal to pi at x equal to pi. Okay, and what is limit? Limit equal to limit x approaches pi f of x, then limit x approaches pi k x plus 1, taking x equal to pi straight away, pi x k pi plus 1, this is limit. And what is f of pi? Cos pi equal to minus 1. What is given? And the function f is continuous. At x equal to pi, then the limit must be equal to f of pi. What is limit? K pi plus 1. The other side minus 1, k pi equal to minus 2, then k equal to minus 2 by pi. Okay, so this is the required value. The next question, find the values of a and b such that the function f defined by f of x equal to, there are 3 branches. First one 5, constant function, x is less than or equal to 2, and ax plus b between 2 and 10, and 21, and x is greater than or equal to 10. Actually, what is the nature of the function? X, y-axis, x-axis, and x equal to 2 and x equal to 10. This is x equal to 2, this is x equal to 10, and x is less than or equal to mean y equal to 5. This straight line. What is the value? Y equal to 5. X is greater than or equal to 10 mean 21 somewhere. This is y equal to 21. If we connect these 2 points, so this straight line is ax plus b. Y equal to ax plus b. Okay, this is the actual function. We have to accept the function is continuous at the turning point. Another turning point, that is we have to test continuity at 2 as well as continuity at 10. We have to accept the function is continuous everywhere, especially continuous at 2 as well as at 10. Now, so because of continuity, and this is for left limit. Limit x approaches, this is right side, x approaches 2 plus. 2 plus mean ax plus b should be equal to f of 2. This is one equation. Okay, with respect to Then limit with respect to 10, x approaches 10 minus left limit ax plus b should be equal to f of 10. This is second result. If we apply these two results, we can get two linear equations. Solving these two linear equations, we can find the value of a and b. So from the result 1, case 1, limit x approaches 2 plus ax plus b equal to, what is f of 2? 5. Now limit h approaches 0, a into 2 plus h plus b equal to 5. Taking limit, h term will be 0, 2a plus b equal to 5, and be the result 1. Okay, similarly from the second result, limit x approaches 10 from left side ax plus b equal to 21. Okay, and taking limit h approaches 0, a into 10 minus h plus b equal to 21. Applying limit, 10a plus b equal to 21. This is 2. 10a plus b equal to 21, 2a plus b equal to 5. On subtraction, second result minus first result, 10a minus 2a, 8a, b minus b cancel, 21 minus 5, so 15, 16. Then a equal to 2. Okay. If we substitute a equal to 2 in any one of the result, we can take 1, 2 into 2, 4. So b equal to 1. On solving, we have got a equal to 2 and b equal to 1. So this is the method, and go through it and find all the points of discontinuity of f defined by f of x equal to and mod of x minus mod of x plus 1. So in this function there are two modulus function involved. Because of two modulus function, there are two origin, x equal to 0 and x equal to minus 1. So we have to test the continuity at x equal to 0, x equal to minus 1. First, limit x approaches 0 minus and mod of x minus mod of x plus 1. Now in the place of x, h approaches 0 mean mod of minus h minus mod of minus h plus 1. So listen, h already positive, minus h is negative mean what is the positive value? Limit h approaches 0, its absolute value h, and minus h plus 1 already positive, so straight away 1 minus h, minus of is positive value 1 minus h, the same thing should be taken. Then minus 1 h plus h 2h, what is the limit? Minus 1. This is left limit at x equal to 0, left limit. Now limit x approaches 0 from right side mod of x plus 1. Then limit h approaches 0 mod of plus h minus mod of plus h plus 1. Limit h approaches 0, this is already positive, we can take h, this is also positive, minus h and minus 1. This and this cancel, what is right hand limit? Minus 1. And f of 0 mod of 0 minus mod of 0 plus 1 is equal to minus 1. All the three equal mean f is continuous at x equal to 0. Similarly, we have to test the continuity at another origin x equal to minus 1. Okay. Now we are going to discuss at x equal to minus 1 left limit x approaches minus 1 mod x minus mod of and x plus 1 is equal to limit h approaches 0 mod of minus 1 minus h because of left limit mod of minus 1 minus h plus 1. Then limit h approaches 0 and minus 1 minus both are negative mean what is absolute value 1 plus h. Now the minus 1 plus 1 cancel and minus h. This and this cancel, so 1. Right hand limit x approaches minus 1, this is minus 1 minus 1 plus, and mod of x and mod of x plus 1 is equal to limit h approaches 0 mod of minus 1 plus h minus mod of minus 1 plus h and plus 1. So minus 1 plus h already negative. Now how to write is positive value 1 minus h positive value. Now this and this cancel, so minus h 1 minus 2h with the limit h approaches 0 final limit 1. So right hand limit left hand limit equal and f of minus 1 equal to mod of minus 1 and minus of minus 1 plus 1. This cancel, so finally 1. All the three equal mean f is continuous at x equal to minus 1 also. Therefore, there is no point of discontinuity. For the given function. Okay. So dear student, we have completed and the first part of continuity, and we will meet the next part of continuity in the next session, and thank you.